Before I discovered Portfolio Oomph, I was in a bit of a tricky situation in that I had left school, I had good qualifications, but I then decided I wanted to apply for art college and I hadn't studied art. I had a place to study English, I was all set to go, but obviously when I changed path, I was in a really rough spot because I didn't even know whether anywhere would take me without qualifications. I didn't have a portfolio because I hadn't done any courses. Julie really reassured me, and that was sort of the start of my art journey. I decided to get in contact with Portfolio Oomph, actually at the recommendation of my art teacher, who I contacted asking, do you think this is a possible thing for me to do? Or should I not take the risk? And she sent me over to Portfolio Oomph and said, I think if anywhere is going to help you, and this is a place that I would go to do it. Working with Portfolio Oomph was really great and a really great way to build my confidence, because having not done a qualification in art, whilst I had done my own art, I really hadn't been pushed into corners that didn't just come naturally to me as something I wanted to do. So Portfolio Oomph really helped me to explore more areas that I otherwise wouldn't. Julie was very helpful and very reassuring whenever I got into a bit of a frazzle. It was really good to know that there was someone in my corner, someone that I could talk to, especially at a time for me where I had left school, so I didn't have that outside support network that you would normally have from your teachers. So Julie became my little, cheerleader. So I now have offers to study animation, but when I first went to Portfolio Oomph, I was going to apply for fine art. And the Portfolio Oomph course really helped me to figure out which specific area was best for me. I think the most helpful thing about Portfolio Oomph was Julie, to be perfectly honest. Of course, the course itself and all the different things I tried out were really beneficial to me, but without getting the feedback and also the guidance from Julie, I think I would have struggled a lot more with those. And also, when it came to the point where I was having to actually put together my final portfolio, Julie was really, really helpful in organizing all of the different things to go in it, collating them, narrowing down, because you'd think an art portfolio you could put quite a lot in, but they're quite strict about the number of images, and Julie was very helpful in narrowing it down. Now I have offers from Teeside for 2D and stop motion animation, and from Brighton for animation, and from Falmouth for animation, and those are all BAs. And it's just such a weight off my chest to know that at the end of this slightly scary, slightly risky change of course that I made, that it did all work out. I have offers from my first choice university, and it's just nice to know that I won't look back and think, oh, why did I do that? Why didn't I just stick to the safe option? And I have no regrets. My time working with Portfolio Oomph will be something that I always remember, because this year has been such a key year in my life, because it's completely changed the direction that I'm going. Portfolio Oomph were brilliant. There wasn't anything that I needed which I wasn't getting from Portfolio Oomph. So if anybody was considering it, I would say absolutely, that's the place to go. I've already recommended Portfolio Oomph to other people I know online who are also thinking of applying to art college. And I think a really great way to feel confident in what you're putting forward and then get the results from that. The skills that you learn with Portfolio Oomph aren't only applicable to the exercises that you're doing, you can then take that and bring it into different parts of your own creative process. And with my work, even though it's animation specific, there are absolutely elements of what I learned along the course that I bring into my work that have really changed it, and I think made it a lot more interesting than it would have been prior, because I'm drawing on such a wider range of disciplines. If anyone's thinking of working with Portfolio Oomph, I would absolutely say to go for it.